Ladies and gentlemen, for the 916th time, the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that lady called Lisa.
Hello.
As well as that dude called his Junus.
What up now? I guess this Felicia's. I stole from him last night. Oh, no, this is over there, right?
Me, I am Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
Sorry about that, Mahoney. We weren't.
That's all good.
I handed him this interesting lighter. I just realized that the lighter has the astrological sign Libra on it. And
Okay.
I don't know any Libras.
Yeah, I don't either. I
Yeah.
don't know people by that, per se.
When is
Yeah.
that?
Libra? I think Libra is like the end of September going into October. It's like after Virgo.
You know your shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
You ever got one of them birthday books and looked up your birthday?
Yeah.
And is it good? Or are you like, I identify with this?
Yes, I always identify
It's
with stuff
synced.
that has to do with like astrological things. I know that that's silly because I don't think that everybody falls into like that kind of situation where they are like, they easily identify with all of the descriptors of their specific sign.
I get like,
But
I
am
was born
someone-
under a bad sign.
What is your sign, Mason?
I'm Pisces.
Okay, yeah, that's right. You're Pisces, he's Pisces. I'm surrounded by Pisces in my life.
But I'm like the end of a Pisces.
Mm-hmm.
Going into Aquarius, they say.
Yes.
I'm on the cusp.
My son is an Aquarius.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm cusping that thing right there. I'm late.
I could see
late
you as
February.
Pisces. For sure.
See, like, I don't fully grasp what it all is. I'm just trying to go with the flow, I guess, which is kind of like the thing for Pisces, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, probably just go with the flow. That's what they say.
To a degree. I'm a little contrarian, though.
That's how I roll.
Yeah.
They're also supposed to be very deep thinkers.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It's on the situation.
That's a problem.
It does depend on the situation. Yeah, it does depend on the situation for sure. But yeah, they're supposed to be deep thinkers and very idealistic.
Yeah, you know. That's high standards where I come from.
Yeah.
I'm idealistic. That means my standards are unrealistic.
Yeah.
I need to do X, Y, and Z up to this standard. Otherwise, it's just no good.
They also say Pisces like sometimes have their head in the clouds.
Yeah, man, I be
Right.
getting high.
I know that's right.
But they're usually very artistic and expressive. And they usually are more like self-aware than a lot of the other signs. Pisces.
Yeah, I think I got that going pretty well for myself. I try to be in tune with what's going on for real. And not just idealistically blinded.
Yeah.
I like to engage with okay, well, that's bad. Why is it bad? How can I fix it? And not, that's bad, so I'm going to ignore it.
Yeah.
Like, I like to dive in and fix the problem and not,
You're pragmatic.
yeah. I try not to let shit fucking fester off into a real big problem.
Right.
Try to get to it while you can. You know, like on a car. The car's breaking down, you fix the thing, you fix it right, put a nice piece on, fix the whole system if you can, redo things. You know, don't skimp.
Right.
Make it real right. Yeah,
Keep it tight, make it right.
right.
Have you ever heard the phrase, risk it for the biscuit?
Oh, risk it for the biscuit. Risk it for the biscuit,
No,
baby.
I ain't particularly heard that.
You've never heard that phrase
don't know
before?
that phrase.
Risk it for the biscuit?
I risk that shit for the biscuit.
Yes, sir.
Risk it for the biscuit. Okay, so like when I say that phrase, then that's good that you've never heard it before. What do you think the biscuit is?
Well, like I would imagine it's like the proverbial meal. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But like, it could also be the gun. Like I got my gun on me.
Yeah.
I'm risking with the biscuit right here.
I think it's a vagina.
The biscuit is the vajayjay, huh?
Yeah.
It could be taken in a lot of ways.
It could be OPP.
Yeah.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's the cheddar. You know what I mean? I'm risking it for that biscuit.
It's the money
you know
for
what I mean?
him. He said money. I said vagina.
Well, but like that's what I meant by proverbial meal. Like
Yeah.
it's like what you're trying to earn.
What you trying to eat?
Yeah.
Well, which could be vagina.
Yeah, which could be a guy too. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Ain't that
Saying.
thing.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's like
Risk it for the biscuit.
risking it for the biscuit. That's like you got to lick it before you stick it.
Yeah. Can't go in there dry stabbing.
No,
That's mean.
that's not a
It's
good
not
thing.
that mean. Sometimes
If you slow stab it in there where it's dry, it's not that mean.
it's not that mean.
Go run that thing all up in there. and
Sometimes it feels good if there's like a little bit of like pain.
A little bit of extra
associated.
pain?
Yeah. It's like, oh my god, you're so big. And it's like, yeah, it's also because you're unlubricated, but like,
Yeah, that's the way to make any
I
dick
kind of
feel
like.
big, right?
I mean, I kind of like it.
Give you that unlubricated dick. Hold on while I dry this dick off and throw it back up in you. I keep a microfiber towel by the bed, just covered in pussy.
I know. Isn't that
And then
terrible?
wipe all this off.
Like, is there
Throw this
something- is
dry
there-
dick
look,
up in
is
there.
there something wrong with me that I like it?
No,
Like,
I don't think so. To me, it's like if a woman likes something and she's willing to say, I
Yeah, I
like
mean-
this, can you do this? I'm like, okay, cool.
Alright, yeah, I got it.
I would be like, yeah, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
that's cool. I mean, for the most part. There's
Yeah.
some things, but
Well,
I
yeah.
don't think liking a little bit of extra, because that doesn't last.
Right? No.
Like, it's like one good slow thrust and then everything's
No.
be all
Sometimes
right
it's
after
more
that.
than that. Sometimes it like hurts for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Residual
You just feel like really tight.
pussy pain effects.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if that's what a bitch likes,
But you're right. It's probably like 3 or 4 strokes before it gets wet, like fully. But still,
I've always worked that situation slow.
yeah, slow.
I'm not like,
okay.
I
Yeah, it needs to be slow.
like to go
It
in
needs to be slow.
slowly, because like it doesn't feel too great when things are dry on both sides.
I've never really thought how it feels from y'all's perspective.
Like I've never
I
like
just assumed
rushed.
it felt good.
I never rushed into the
Does it
dry
not
of a
feel- Does it
JJ.
not feel good?
Sometimes not necessarily. No, I'd be like trying
Sometimes it
to.
hurts.
You gotta ease it in.
It's like fucking, trying to pop your head out of a hoodie. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yes.
so, yeah. But you got, bounce back, kick back.
Put your heads accidentally in the sleeve.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
stuck.
Residuals. Some
Residuals.
residuals over
Once,
there.
once you
gotta
get
deal
through
with.
the
Oh my
initial
God.
residuals,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, like there's
It's
like,
not just all cheese and rice. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
yeah, it's not all
Not like
perfect.
walking and talking, walking and chewing gum. You know what I mean? Or walking and drinking.
Yeah, I could risk it for the
Yeah,
biscuit.
you're ready for the biscuit, but it's not super difficult.
Yeah, when you're risking it for the biscuits, it's kind of nice to ease it in on that dry thing.
There's some people that ain't coordinated enough to do that.
Hold on, let me just pop this little bit in there and wait for the rest of this thing around here to get wet, and then we'll get on in there.
Flinging around a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Working up and down.
Slab it.
Yep.
Been on that thing.
All right, Hakutua.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
One leg for you, one leg for me. All right, let's make it happen.
There's a lot to be done. There's
Yeah.
a lot of things that can and should be done. That is for sure. Words of wisdom here at the Mason and
Yeah.
Friends show.
Tony Mike was here.
That's the most personal thing I think I've ever admitted on air and in front of you at the same time. Like talking about something like
No,
a
I'm sure you
secret-
probably said something about butt sex or something before.
No. Well, yeah, probably.
Probably,
Actually,
but
now that
I
think
can't
about
remember
it.
anything too specific about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Other than I think there was like an enjoyment of the experiment of it that I remember being mentioned.
Yeah.
But other than that, I can't think of anything else. Now that you mentioned the butt sex, I'm like, oh no, I do
Oh,
remember.
the butt sex
I do
one,
remember
and
a
then
butt
there's
sex
the
comment.
trifecta-gasm.
Oh my God, that was like the second episode.
I feel like that's together though. I think that's the same
That might have
thing.
been the same
It might
I think
episode.
that's the
I
same
don't know.
episode.
Maybe, probably.
Yeah.
The trigasm.
Possibly.
The trifecta orgasm.
The trifecta.
The trifecta orgasm.
Yeah, it's the trigasm.
I mean, it can be done. It has been done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sure it can. There are women out there that do this professionally.
I've been close.
Hey, right on.
Close to
That was like my second or third episode. Mason's like, we should always invite this girl back.
Close to win the race.
Yeah. No, yeah. You've been welcome ever since. Talking about trigasms and shit. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. Bring your ass back on this here podcast. God damn.
I feel like if we ever achieve that, babe, I'm gonna have to tell the podcast. Like, guys, I have an announcement
I'm
to
gonna
make.
give me a trigasm crown or something.
We're gonna have to use a toy. That's why it hasn't happened yet.
Oh, yeah? You gotta
yeah.
get that
Cheating,
involved.
man, that's cheating.
So,
You think so?
what is this? Who makes these rules? Where do these rules come from?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
How is this cheating?
I think that's cheating, man.
It's my fantasy.
There you go.
No. Why do you think it's cheating? Oh, I see what you're saying.
He means cheating in like
Yeah.
it's like breaking
Can
the rules
you
of the game.
multitask that well?
He thinks
though?
of it cheating like he's sweeping you in the corner during Mortal Kombat.
Can you-
Repeatedly.
Can
Sweep.
Stop. So, can you really multitask that well? I was trying to help you out.
It's the shocker of the tongue action. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, no, we need a refresher course on just
Yeah.
what the trifecta orgasm actually is comprised of.
Clit, G-spot, and
Booty hole.
Booty hole.
Okay, so
Orgasm.
both the vaginal orgasm potentials as well
Yeah.
as an anal orgasm.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, because that.
So, and
it's
now-
just
The anal part might not even like
What
be
you need-
a thing.
what
Like, that
you
might just
need-
be a.
That's what makes I might be putting extra.
So are you trying to do all three at the same time? Is that
Yeah.
really what it? Okay, so like
Yeah.
I think you need that rabbit. You know what I'm saying? That's got the little fingers and
Just
the,
the
and
little,
and then so
the
you got to
rose.
be.
That's all.
Oh, that's really cheating. That's really cheating.
No,
That
but it's
could
like
handle the.
Nah,
clit
you gotta be
part.
able to fucking.
now you throw a
Yeah,
rose in there
yeah,
while you're in the
that's it,
booty hole.
that's it.
You throw a rose on that while you're in the booty
tongue
hole.
at, you get to
You
sucking
think
on the
that
clit.
you can achieve the
And then-
trifecta
and then-
with the shocker and your mouth?
Not with the shocker. My longest.
If that were true,
not really,
I
it'd
would
be-
have already had that happen in my life.
Well, you said you got
It
close,
hasn't
right? You said you were
happened.
close, right? So that was this finger, right? And then that's the longest finger. And maybe this one on the angle of the dangle. Now you get more. Now you get the distance on this one. You know what I mean? Then I can double joint it. You know what I mean? To get to it right there like that. That's
Oh my
what it does right
God.
there when you double joint it when you get up in that thing.
So that's the
That's what
G
you're
spot.
doing?
And then
That's
find
what
it
he's doing
back,
at that
yeah.
G spot.
That rabbit, G rabbit right there.
That's a G-rabbit.
And then you find it
And then you
right
put
there.
the thumb-
And then
you put the
bang,
thumb in the
and
clip.
then get bang, and then bang, get a hold of it, lock it in, right? They got lock. You know they got to say you got to lock in, right? Then lock in.
So then you're holding it like this, right?
And lock in.
Like a claw, like for a crab. He's got a crab claw.
They over here.
Holding you up in there.
They over
Oh
here.
my God.
They over here doing it. Doing it over here like that. And it. Well, I'm gonna bring all the clip of it.
This is.
Over here like that. Y'all ready? Wait.
Babe,
Over there.
stop.
Get up. Like that. Do like that. Get up in that thing. All right,
Stop.
there you go. Appreciate y'all.
I can't.
Try that out. Do you see that with a lip action? You gotta get that thing out. You gotta get that thing out. Get that out of there. Get that thing up out of there.
He
Wow.
sounds like he might be able to trifecta you without even
Hey,
putting
these
his
are
dick in it.
delicious
I
too,
mean,
by the way.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Check y'all
later.
out. Zoom in on that. Go and get you all those, bro. All the flavors. It don't matter. They're delicious.
If you're looking to have conversations like this in your personal life, you can buy Pink Fox edibles
Yeah, I mean,
at your
no.
local distributor.
I mean,
My
no.
man just straight did a demonstration.
Yeah, y'all screaming?
Pink Fox, I don't know what the fuck you put in this shit. But my man just did a live demo of what he thinks the trifecta.
This is how I'm gonna do it to you.
Live demonstration.
That gotta work.
A little bit of that.
The mouth.
That gotta work. It can't not work.
I mean, what's his mouth?
This was my action right there. Like the way I took that was there's no dick involved. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get a finger in each hole and get you off on all three. Yeah. This is beyond the shocker right here. This is well beyond the shocker. I'm running a shocker on that snatch and hitting this motherfucking booty hole up. Bump.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm
this.
gonna holster that.
That's what this
for
is.
all that.
That's what.
Yep.
That's what that is.
Right in that thing right
That's the booty hole.
Yep. Yep.
Dude, I wish Mike was here.
Mike's gonna have to watch this one. Mike's gonna have to watch this episode when he listens to this one. You're gonna have to sit down and watch this bitch. Oh, Mike, it's time for you to go tune in on YouTube or Rumble.
Oh
Sir.
my God. It's
The lip
Sarah.
Cause the lip action is on time, son. Luscious.
Jesus Christ. Thanks, Pink Fox. Thanks, Pink Fox.
Times, man.
Oh my.
Good times. I got the. I'll risk it for the brisket too.
Brisket.
For the brisket, you got the brisket in the oven.
That was a brisket
I
risket
know,
right there.
actually, baby, it smells so good.
Risking it for the brisket. They've been
so-
talking about the Jews' meat in the oven all day.
Yeah, I'm so glad I'm getting to stay another night and eat your brisket.
My meat.
I'm gonna risk it for the brisket. Do you have an equivalent, you guys, to the trifecta for yourselves? Do you guys have an equivalent to that?
Dude.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't have any sort of like goal aspiration.
Yeah.
I'm not like I'm gonna find me a lady and give her a trifecta orgasm. You know what I mean?
But is there something that we could do to you?
Just blow me. Just
Just-
suck my
oh,
dick.
okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I
mean, the
need.
most you could do
Just a
is
good fucking blowjob.
you could maybe come off a finger in the ass. I guess dudes do.
I mean, if you're a real professional about it, if you know what you're doing.
So you could bust a nut and come. I mean, off.
Well, I think it's a more-
yourself and
I think it's a more
anal,
intense.
maybe.
I think it's a more intense thing they
okay.
say for that.
But you
what
have
I
to be
hear.
into that. You know what I mean?
Well, you need somebody that actually knows what they're doing too,
Yeah.
not just out there like.
A little butt tickle and
Standing
a
around.
little bust-ball butt tickle. I guess that's like a double nut. I guess maybe.
Mm-hmm,
Other than that, I don't even know.
I'm gonna have to
If
cut
there
my
was-
nails.
That's the.
I don't need it. I'm good on regular orgasm is fine with me.
Yeah, like I said, just suck my dick.
Yeah.
I thought you were
Blowjob will be
saying, babe. I
fine.
thought you were
I'm
putting it out
I was
there.
just saying. You have to answer the question.
That
I took
is.
it as like,
Answer the question don't mean I need to be a
okay,
part of it.
I'm gonna
That
have
is
to
the
put my
answer to the
finger
question.
out.
Yeah.
I don't think a
Yeah.
rusty trombone would do the trick, but somebody out there might know things to do that
Yeah.
would help add to that would involve that sort of thing.
I would have guessed.
Penetrating the booty.
But
But I would need a real professional that knows what the fuck she's doing before I'd be like, yeah, honey, go for it. Be like,
I just played around. I
I
haven't
don't
really.
really. Right,
Yeah,
you
no,
don't know. You haven't like read books on it. I need somebody
Ain't
that's
gonna be-
like
ain't gonna be no
learning
need to
on
read
it
the books on
before
it.
I'm gonna be like, go on and do your thing. I need to be like,
Most
I
guys
know
I've
what the
ever been
fuck
with
I'm
have
doing.
not been into that kind of thing.
Right, it's not something you're gonna lean into.
Yeah.
no finger.
You know, real professional
No
ex
finger.
porn star comes into my life. She's like, I know all these things. I'm gonna be like, well, I guess I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like,
Ex-porn star?
but Jennifer
That's the
down the street.
competition out
I'm
here.
saying Jennifer down the street. Look, I'm talking about professional. You know what I'm saying? This bitch knows what she's doing if she's getting in there.
He gets a good get baby with the good hair. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He getting
I
fucking
was about to say
professional.
Becky too.
Right, right. Right.
He ain't find
Becky.
a Debbie.
Debbie.
This here.
This
Debbie
ain't
from
no-
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. This ain't
She
this
worked
ain't
the
Jenny
line
that used to work at the Burger King. This ain't Jenny that used to work at the Burger King out here doing this thing. Nah, you need to be like ex-professional sex worker that has multiple experiences providing orgasms through anal action.
There's those high standards again, Nate.
That's exactly right.
There's those goddamn high
Well, look,
standards.
you know, if Jenny from Burger King
Jenny
wants to
from
like
Safeway?
read a bunch of books about this shit and like really have some proficient knowledge and she maybe it could talk me into it. Chicks are bitch could maybe, but like you know. One of these ex-porn stars is like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And we're like, oh, well, psh, I guess who would I be to tell a professional not to peddle her trades?
Don't be taking no finger in my butt.
We'll see.
I can get my salad tossed, but I can't be taking no finger.
Salad toss.
Well, I've
that
done
rusty
that before.
trombone. That rusty trombone.
I can't be taking the finger.
We'll see.
Yeah.
This show is out of control today. We're fully out of fucking control today.
It is, and I thought I was going to be too low energy. I was worried.
Told
man.
you you've been taking a nap all day. You ready to rock? This is just what you needed. I tell you, this here things are too serious, man. This is why we got to do this.
I know, it's better than therapy, honestly. Like, therapy is fun and all, but sometimes it's fun to just, like, get around and sit for an hour and just fucking talk about dumb shit.
Oh yeah.
Yup.
Laugh and bullshit.
Yeah, I need my weekly sit around and talk dumb shit.
I know. That's
I was like, I don't care. I'm driving in this. I got a 4-wheel drive. I'm going. Let's go.
it's just broadcasting friendship.
Yep. This is friendship. This is what we do.
I love you.
We would do this
You love me.
if you were here or not. With or without these cameras and all this shit.
Oh, wait, you just took a dark turn. Like we would do this with or without you?
No,
Oh,
with
you
or
mean
without
like
these
the
cameras.
audience?
Yeah. This is the conversation would be happening on this couch if the cameras weren't running, if the mics weren't
know.
on. It's the same
There's
shit.
Audience, there are so many times that Mason tells us to shut the fuck up and save it for the podcast.
And that subject never comes back up on that podcast.
It never does.
No.
It never does.
Whatever we were talking about, we rarely get back to it.
Rarely.
We
Yeah.
usually talking reckless the whole time though.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It would be great if I could have like a permanent setup somewhere where we all just walk in and sit down at our spots and we hit a couple buttons and everything's rolling.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot easier than we got to do the 20 or 30 minutes of setup and 20 or 30 minutes of breakdown.
That's when the bullshit. That's when the shit talking come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the next house you buy, babe, you need to get a studio.
Oh, okay.
Permanent extra room. Yeah.
I appreciate you. Let me just start working on that.
Hey, you gotta have
now
high
it's
standards.
hopes.
Now they
Gotta
got
have
500,000 laying
high
around
hopes.
to 400,000 laying around.
It's just high hopes. It's okay to dream.
Just high standards. That's
It's
all.
okay to dream.
We're pushing for better things.
That's what my brain does. When I hear an attractive idea, my brain instantly is like, oh, how can I bring that to fruition? Mm-hmm. Is that something I want to catalog in my repertoire of things I need to get fucking done? Should that be amongst them? Like, sure, why wouldn't a house with a studio be one of those things one day?
Sure.
You know, that'd
Absolutely.
be fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
I had a
probably
house
on
with
your
a-
to-do
I had a
list.
house with a studio and I'd like to have another one. You know.
Word, see?
Instead of just set up and break down stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
that's all I meant by that.
Yeah. It's a nice thing to have. The place where you can just leave things and then come in and flip switches and it's all going.
Right.
You know. If I get my way, maybe I'll build a building out at my house and y'all can come see me.
Right.
But-
like I got a ping pong room.
But who knows? Yeah. Takes a lot.
That's all I got going in my house. I'm like, I got a house with a ping pong room.
Ping pong room is dope though. You can get real busy on the ping pong.
Yeah, you need to come by and see the house sometime.
Yes, I
you
should.
Come to Richmond.
I should come see you, and
Shout out to RVA.
I know other folks in the RVA. I should come visit. I should come make a Richmond appearance or two.
Yeah.
But not right this weekend. We're gonna
No.
get through this here snow, maybe in another week or 2
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. I want to make like a, trek around the state and visit friends and shit, but
You should.
I've been feeling a little out of whack the last few months, so hopefully I will get my shit back together and get out there in the streets.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I've been going back to the gym, so I'm feeling almost better, but just not quite right. Need to go see a couple doctors to see what the fuck's up, but
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm a little old and falling apart, so I think I might be okay, but just need to get a couple things confirmed or not.
I understand
Like, hey, is
that.
everything here in one piece or is everything fucked?
It's all working right.
Yeah, is this all where it's supposed to
Yeah.
be? So I'm a little sore here. So what's going on with that? But
It's understandable.
yeah,
My job makes us do that shit. Like, we have to get our blood checked every 6 months. We have to fall into categories to get discounts on our insurance. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're like in category 5, you get like $70 off your fucking insurance. If you're in category 4, you get like $40 off. And so on and so forth.
yeah. I mean, I kind of get that stuff to a degree, but I also
made
find it
me
all
lose weight.
I find it all very obnoxious.
It is obnoxious, but at the same time, it's held me accountable in ways that like I wouldn't have held myself to.
But is that their place?
I mean, honestly, no, but I guess they just want me to live forever and do this job. For
We need
them.
you to be in optimal health in order to do this
do
job.
this job. It's true.
Well, it's kind of nice that you have a job that cares like that, because like I like went and had blood work done for like one of my life insurance things.
Yeah.
And like they haven't said anything to me. You know what I
That's
mean?
probably a good thing.
And, but I went and had another thing done at another place to see about my testosterone and all that shit. And this guy's
Yeah.
like, well, there's this and this you could be concerned about a little, but you're pretty
Yeah.
good overall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, fair enough. You know, like cholesterol's a little high. So I'm like, all right, well, I think I'll stop eating fried chicken so much and, you know.
Yeah, I
You just
that.
gotta lose weight.
A little bit of less, just don't drink
Less
milk
carbs.
anymore, and
Yeah.
like no fried chicken, and lighten up on the carbs. I'm just trying to eat more meat.
And greens. Greens are so good for you, dude.
Yeah.
So good for you.
Yeah, I got high,
But
high
yeah.
cholesterol. And then my triglycerides I think are high too. Last time I got one of them done.
Because
Yeah.
all you drink is ginger ale. It's like your water.
Fried chicken and ginger ale, so I was like, yeah.
Fried chicken and ginger ale. Those are your two.
Well,
those are like.
it used to be fried
on
chicken
the
and whiskey.
daily.
He used to drink fried chicken and rum. You
I
know what I
know.
mean? We used to talk about making a rum, a Captain Jew rum. Like we're gonna make a liquor.
He barely drinks now.
That's what I'm saying. You got him in a better headspace.
I guess. I don't think I can take credit for that.
I think you've helped. I don't think you've
As I
hurt.
sip my wine, I don't think that was me.
He's just a man under control these days.
Aw, well, that's. I mean, I probably have contributed to
Nah,
that
I'm
a
just
little bit.
picking my poison.
Yeah, gambling these days.
I'm smoking enough weed. I don't need a fucking drink all like that.
Right.
On top of it.
I just love my wine.
Hey, I mean, you know, you're entitled to.
Not like every day though. Like it doesn't need to be an everyday
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It can be like a twice a month thing.
That sounds pretty reasonable.
Agreed.
Most people that like to drink, though, like to drink a lot. On a lot, like a multiple day basis. Mm-hmm. Like,
I've been there. I've done that before. It's not like a regular thing though for like
mean, I did it.
extended periods of
I
time.
did it in my early 20s.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't drink wine back then though.
like 19 to probably 22.
I drank
I
Blue
was
Moon.
getting drunk a couple nights on the weekends.
I thought I was fancy because all my homegirls in college were drinking like Miller Lite, and I would be the bitch. So I'd be like Blue Moon.
I'll have the Blue Moon. Yes. Can I have an extra slice of orange?
I never asked for extra orange.
But
In
they
fact,
always-
I was always secretly glad when they forgot the orange. The orange is cumbersome. Like it's just like too much.
It doesn't. I don't know. I don't like that beer, and I don't see how the orange could or could not affect it in
Oh,
a good
see,
way.
I love orange, and I do love.
Do you squeeze it into the beer?
No, I just like drop it in,
Okay.
just so it's like a hint of orange throughout each sip. It's
Uh-huh.
not like overwhelming, powering, like any of that.
So you're a Blue Moon. You like Blue Moons.
I do.
Okay.
I used to. Now I don't really drink beer that often.
I hear that.
It's not typical. But yeah, I definitely have gone through my phases where like wine was my best friend and drink like,
A lot of ladies like the wine.
yeah, I mean, a lot of it was social. A lot of it was socializing. Like I used to have this neighbor that would come down and like every Friday and Saturday night, she and
She'd
I
be
would
like, girl, we're
fucking-
drinking a bottle, ain't we?
Yes, like we would fucking sit
Back in the
outside.
day.
Yeah.
I'd hit my bowl every now and then, but yeah, we would sit out there and just fucking talk shit and drink. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, look, getting drunk is fun
It was
in
fun.
a lot of ways, in a lot of times. But
Yeah.
like to have like the moments where like you want to like sit down and chill and have a couple drinks with somebody are so few and far between. And to
Yeah.
go seeking them out every weekend, like maybe
Mine
I'll
would
run
just,
in.
mine would just happen because we were neighbors.
Well, like I bartended for a long time, so I sort of witnessed it and
Yeah.
fed it a lot. Like I've seen it, and like I'd go out after work sometimes and have a drink, but usually I'd just have one. Couple here or there, every now and again I'd go out and have a few, but like, you know, most of the time
Yeah.
I was more interested in just going home.
Yeah.
Because like I've seen it, I've been living in this. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm like I've been here since 5. Like I'm
It's not fun to go shopping when you work in like a sales store. Like I get that.
Right.
Like, you know, it's the same kind of thing. Like when you serve drinks all night, like the last thing on your mind after work is to like go hang out and get drinks.
right.
Yeah.
And everybody that wants to be at the bar is like, oh, we're going to this next place. You should come have a drink. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I'll stop by. Sometimes I would. Yeah, I don't know about tonight. I'm
Yeah.
going home tonight. Fuck that. Yeah. Like, and I don't know. Like,
I don't know. When I
makes drinking really unappealing. Like, I enjoyed it in my early 20s, but like, bartending for 15 years, you know, you get drunk the first couple of years, and then you sober up.
See, I never bartended. I did wait tables at this place. Have you ever heard of stool pigeons?
Man, I've heard of a stool pigeon, but I ain't never heard of a stool pigeon.
But I know what you're talking about.
I don't know the lucky stool pigeon in my day too.
Dude, it was this club, and you guys would have actually loved stool pigeons. I could see both of y'all fucking hanging out at Stoolies. Like, that's where I waited tables, and like, it was a sports bar, so there were fucking TVs
Videos everywhere. Yeah.
There was a tap room that was just pool tables and arcade games. Like, we had like Buck Hunter and shit like that. And but yeah, on every Sunday when it was like an NFL game, and Sunday and whatever other night it falls on, we would wear these like Miller Lite ref shirts. Like, everything was, this was when I worked with so many
She were a Buffalo Wild Wings
hotties.
competitor.
We were like,
With hot chicks?
It was like a high-end Hooters. It was a high-end
Sports bar Hooters.
Yes. The majority of the females that I worked with had fake tits. Like, almost all of them. And it was during the era in the early 2000s where you would put glitter on everything. So like, these bitches would have glitter everywhere with like big old fake titties. And like, we would have to wear these Miller High Life super tight ref shirts and shorts, little black shorts. And I would wear the most ridiculous knee-high socks. Like, that was my thing. Like, I would sometimes wear my glasses, and like, I was really flat-chested back then. So I was like the girl that, like, when couples would come in, they'd be like, what section would you like to sit in? We've got so-and-so like hosting each of these sections, because we each got our own little section. Like, we were like little celebrities within that thing. And the guys would like go around and they'd be like, ooh, we want to sit in Amanda's section, like Double D Amanda over there with like glitter everywhere.
Amanda.
And then like the girlfriends would look around and they would see my like little dorky ass, and they'd be like, we want to sit in her section. So I would always get these like couples that you could tell the boyfriend was like, God damn it, like, we're sitting like the least hot chicks. Like, I would make like $150, and these bitches that I worked with these giant fake titties, they would be rolling out with like $450, $500.
Damn.
And I would be making like $200 on a Friday night. Like, it was the fucking saddest shit ever. But
Because all your big titty friends are like, yo, look how much money I made. And you're like, that's like hundreds more than I made.
yes, but I had my motherfucking regulars. Like, I really did. I was mostly, like, I was a college student at that time. So, like, I only worked on the weekends. And the weekends were, like, insane, you know? Like, during the week, if I had, like, a Tuesday night that I worked regularly, there were dudes that came in, like, just specifically to, like, hang out and talk with me. But I was such a nerd. Like, I can remember, like, standing there with these chicks and, like, all the line cooks, just the amount of like fucking sexual harassment that came from these line cooks. And like, but they were fucking cool. I would smoke weed with the cooks out back, like behind the dumpster.
And they'd be like, what do you think of Big Titty Amanda?
Yeah, that's exactly how it was. Like,
She seems like she might be cool.
I was like one of the boys, and like these girls were just like these fucking Hooters models. Like, but we would also do weird things. Like, we would host different events, like the Young Republicans of America or something fucking came in.
Why
one
not?
night.
Absolutely.
They asked me to work that room, like, because I'm intelligent and cute. I was really cute. I just didn't have giant fake boobs. I think that was the only thing working against me.
But I think that's what's got you in good with the Jew. The Jew don't like fake titties. If you had fake titties, he'd have been like, oh, you get your fake titties out of here. You never would have made it anywhere in his
Really?
ass. Yeah. He's anti-fake titties. You better not touch
High
them
five,
titties.
babe. That makes me really happy, actually. For some reason, I thought you might have been into that shit.
Nah, he hates fake breasts.
I didn't know
He talks all
that.
kinds of shit about fake
Come on, all
titties.
natural, girl. As much should I give you about putting that little bit of makeup on and shit?
He does. Every time he sees me putting mascara on, he's like, what the fuck you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, who you getting dolled up for? Why are you getting dolled
What
up?
are we getting all dolled up for?
What are we getting all
Where are we
dolled up
going?
for? And
got
I'm like,
plans?
I just want to look good for my man today. And he's like,
And,
you didn't already? You didn't already? Like, why? That's how it is.
see, that's the thing. Like,
don't
I wouldn't mind
understand.
fake titties.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad about it. The Jew would be mad and like decline a lady's company over some fake titties. He'd be like, man, them titties fake. And the girl would be like, yeah, they're nice, man. And he's
Please
like,
take
nah,
it.
get your fake ass titties out of
Seat's
here.
taken.
I don't want to see no fake ass titties.
Taken.
Send
Steve's taken.
Send over Debbie.
Kid Rock's fake titties. Get out of here.
Babe, I had no idea. I just assumed based on the dumb shit that you like follow on Instagram that like, you
Fake
might
booties is a whole
have
different
been
ballgame.
into fucking fake stuff.
Fake booties is a whole different
Nah, I ain't
ballgame.
with no fake ass
apparently.
either.
But
Nah.
he does love my tits. Like I will give him that. Like yeah. Like I know this man appreciates natural boobs. I already knew that in my own way. I knew that. I'd never heard him talk shit about a fake titty though. I had no idea.
Yeah, you go listen to old episodes. There's a lot of old episodes where the Jew saying some outlandish shit you probably shouldn't go listen to.
I know,
But,
right?
like,
I censor myself.
I can distill some of this shit for you, and he does not like fake titties.
Nah. Not a fan.
But like, I'm the same way though. I don't want a girl putting a whole bunch of makeup on and all that shit per se. I just feel like you look fine
isn't a whole bunch.
naturally. I don't need a whole bunch of fucking work being done. But I feel like a girl with fake titties might put a whole lot of work in every day on putting on her makeup and shit.
Yes, high maintenance to a degree,
Yeah.
of course.
And that would be annoying.
That would be annoying.
Like, bring your good-looking ass over here. You're just fine. You've got fake titties. That'll be fine enough.
now.
That's enough. You've dressed up enough with them fake titties.
Come on, Jasmine Cobb, come on.
We're just going to Burger
Yeah.
King. We're going to see
no.
Jenny at Burger King.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I don't know. Have you noticed that I've actually not been wearing makeup though?
Yeah, but you was getting dolled up today. Well, actually, what you were doing.
Well, that was today, but that's because like, honestly, I thought that I just looked tired, and I wanted to not look so tired.
She wanted to freshen up for the show.
I wanted to freshen up for the show, but I also wanted to look cute for you. I was worried that I wasn't going to see you again, because I thought I was going to have to go home tonight.
Yeah, so all this crazy talk that we've had going on is all just a little bit of foreplay now.
Do it again, babe. Show us one more time.
Yeah, it's a trigasm technique.
Yes. There you go.
So we got one hand in the booty hole, the other one's on the G spot with the thumb on the clit.
Yeah.
Right? That's what's going on there. And then
And
there's
his mouth on
then the
clit.
mouth is
Yeah,
on there,
his mouth
too.
is on
Oh,
there
yeah.
too.
Pucker with a suction.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll have to report back how the trifecta
Jesus
championships.
Christ. The trifecta championship.
How's the trifecta championships working
You
out?
gotta start a fucking. You gotta start something on Graham, man.
Did anybody win the trifecta championship?
Man, check
No,
out, bro.
come on. No.
Need proof.
Fuck.
Well, you're shocking the snatch with one finger.
Do you see the wrinkle on the finger in the picture of the wrinkled finger in order to fucking accept that.
And the trifecta is when you slip that other finger up that
No,
booty hole.
that should be the next hoodie. The trifecta.
If I could find a hand that's set up like that with a tongue going, it's
Yeah.
a trifecta.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Can't.
Oh man.
Yeah, see, who needs therapy? Who needs therapy when you got a show like this?
That's absolutely the way I feel about it. I'm not gonna pay for all this therapy. Go in here and talk to some dude. I got friends I go talk to. This is craziness.
It's funny.
Yep.
He's over here hurting himself.
I know, you alright, Drew?
Yeah. Made it.
Tomorrow's a holiday.
Yeah, it's Martin Luther King Day and Trump Day.
Trump Day, yeah.
That's not a holiday.
Yeah, but Martin Luther King Day is.
I know.
I think it's also it used to be a Southern holiday. Lee Jackson.
Oh
think.
shit, really?
Yeah,
That's so shady.
Southern holiday, Lee Jackson Day.
Yeah, it's his birthday or something, right? Or is
I think it's Martin Luther King's birthday.
Something like that.
I'm not sure. But hey, whatever. There's a whole lot of stuff going on, and hopefully everything's fairly under control. Hopefully everything doesn't explode. and everybody's in a good shape tomorrow.
Yes.
Things go through nicely. So that by the time this Thursday episode drops, everyone will be like, okay, we're a few days into the Trump presidency and the world hasn't imploded on itself like they said it would.
Right.
Hopefully everything goes well.
I don't know, they did ban TikTok, so.
They did ban TikTok.
It's such garbage.
Is it? Why?
'Cause it's basically a free speech platform. There's a whole lot of other Chinese apps that do the same thing, like Temu, that aren't banned. Doing
Yeah,
all the
but
same.
Temu doesn't design specific content to make your youth stupid.
Well, that may be true. Perhaps
To a degree, it
moderations,
might.
perhaps moderations are necessary on TikTok in certain ways. I've heard that it's bad for the children too.
Do you know how many kids I've
But-
met where like they've
Well, I'm not
believed
ta-
something stupid they heard on TikTok?
I don't think that there's anything wrong with keeping your children off of social media. But that's
There's
like
a lot of kids that just
that's
get
like an
onto it because
individual.
their parents are stupid.
Yes, but that's like an individual parent's fuck up or not. And like, I just think that kids are stupid. So you can't like base my freedom on a child's stupidity as an adult, right? So like, freedom of speech.
Right,
is
but you don't have to
something
endorse
that-
companies that make it part of their agenda purposefully to dumb down your entire country's youth.
I don't disagree with
Like
that either.
what board meeting were they at? Where
I don't
they were
disagree
like,
with
oh,
that
yes,
either.
yes, let's
But
get.
I don't know-
I can't do a good Chinese accent, but like maybe
We're making them
we
stupid.
making them stupid.
We're making the children stupid. But this is
I
a
can't.
Marxist. But this is
I
a
can't
Marxist
fucking
ideology
support it.
that's been
I've
infesting us
never had it.
for decades
Wouldn't
through
let my
our
kids get
higher
it.
education system.
I don't care.
It's the
I'm gonna
same
sit-
Marxist bullshit that's been fucking up higher education for decades. People are silly messes. They're silly, silly messes, worried about stuff that has nothing to do with them. And like,
No, these are like literal 13-year-olds that I've met in real life that have said
shouldn't
the
be on
Holocaust
there.
isn't real because I saw a TikTok
right,
that said
who shouldn't be on TikTok. That's a
kid.
13-year-old that shouldn't be on TikTok.
right.
None of
And
these
no,
kids
and
should be.
those fucking videos shouldn't be promoted to our children.
I don't disagree, but that's an
That kid
algorithm.
would
But
have
that's an
never
algorithm
seen
tweak.
that if the
That's
little Chinese
but that's an
powers that
algorithm
be
tweak.
weren't sitting there
Yeah, but if you hadn't
fucking.
seen it on TikTok, he'd have seen it on the gram.
Right.
No,
It's getting everywhere.
It's
You see
not
all
the
kinds
same
of stuff on the
platform.
gram that has the TikTok
The gram is not
come up
the
at the
same,
end.
though.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
see some
but-
dumb shit on the gram that's dumbing down these kids as well.
That's true.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, you can't stop speech because of stupid
Yeah.
people. And like, the fact that the Chinese government owns like 380,000 acres of farmland all around this country that are closely located to like military bases and shit like that, and nobody seems to give a fuck. While we had like a wide open border with all kinds of people walking across, including Chinese nationals, going and disappearing into our country and shit. Where are they going? I don't know. It seems like there's camps all over the place they could be hanging out at. Like, the thing is, there's so much stuff that's going on that's fucked up, that's been fucked up, that like, taking away a free speech platform because it's owned by China doesn't jive as like solid logic when there's all these other places that do things that are similar
Similar.
as far as
And we're not banning
content.
them.
Exactly. As far as content stealing or
Like Reddit.
information, there's so much stuff, and so much of it
I
is
would be so
from
sad
China.
if Reddit got banned.
Well, like, what if Temu got banned? You couldn't buy $22 earbuds from China anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, they're stealing information through that site too. All of these things do it, and it's all part of the algorithm. It's all part of the setup.
Yeah.
So,
So
like,
I see your point.
taking away my freedom of speech because kids are stupid. I'm like, I mean, how about you take away
I
kids'
just
freedom
don't
of
like
speech?
that specific part of it. Like that's been the one thing.
I don't
like,
either.
I don't mind, like passing the buck and being like, yeah, like those parents are idiots for letting those kids be
I don't
on
like
the
what's
platform.
just because I don't like what's being said
Right.
doesn't mean I disrespect the right to say
To
it.
say it,
You
right.
could be
It's a
stupid
freedom
and
of
say the
speech
dumbest
thing.
shit that you want to say.
I hear you.
You know
I
what
do,
I mean?
I hear you.
And if it's not equivalent to screaming fire in a fucking crowded theater,
Yeah.
like, I'm not upset about it. And I don't think any of this stuff comes close to that. It's all just
Yeah.
speech. So, like, I don't disagree that it's pretty despicable, a lot of the stuff that's going on out there. But
Yeah.
a lot of the reasoning, I think, is way deeper than just China owns it.
Right.
I think that the lobbies of the other social media groups, as well as like APAC,
They're putting pressure to get them to dissemble it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they don't want it around because of the stuff that was being put on there.
Yeah.
Like, because it was pretty wild.
Yeah.
So you would see things on there. I didn't have it, but I had friends who would, like the OG Bobby Knott Johnson would be like, "Oh, look at this shit," and he'd like show me something on TikTok, and I'd be like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and it'd be some thing going on somewhere around the world that's just like unacceptable.
Yeah.
Like, that's not acceptable right there. And it's just right there on TikTok. Like, they're showing you would see videos of what's going on in Gaza after Israel bombs them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want either of these sides to be getting blown up. I don't like what's going on anywhere in that.
But it's the truth.
It's what's going on. Like, they're showing it.
Yeah.
And so that's part of why people don't want TikTok around, because they're letting stuff fly, or they were.
I get that.
You know, but like, if it's true, if it's real, I don't want it to not be out there because it's disturbing. I want to maybe avoid it. I'd like there to be a warning. I'd like my children not to be able to watch it.
Right.
But like, you know, once they hit whatever adulthood age is, they want to go consume all this stupid shit. That's kind of their choice.
Their prerogative, yeah.
And you as a parent have to be like, you know, I'm going to teach you little bastards to not fall for every stupid little thing.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
You know, and I mean, hopefully you don't.
Right.
Because we'll all get fucking burned on something here and there. But, I mean, just try to fucking not be stupid. You know?
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I just don't like freedom of speech platforms being taken away for, you know, being kind of free.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
TikTok is just weird to me. Like, there's this girl that I work with.
I never
that
wanted to get on it.
basically-
I never trusted it.
She was like
But-
really upset about TikTok being banned because she was like, you don't understand. I spend 5 hours every night just watching TikTok. Like, that's what I do. Like, I don't watch shows. I don't watch, like, I don't have family anymore. Like, this lady was 51 years old. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Yeah, it's your
came out,
primary source
like-
of entertainment.
Right.
Which is not necessarily good for you.
Right. So I'm saying, like, there's detrimental effects because of the platform itself, not just like the content that's being generated upon it. Like, I'm all for fucking free speech. Like, one of the things that I thought I was going to do when I grew up, when I was younger, was become an investigative journalist. Like, I was really fucking into gonzo journalism and like all that shit. Like, I really wanted to like yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was really, really fucking into it. And so it makes me like,
I mean, you've seen this, right?
Yeah. No, I have. Of course I have.
Right.
Yeah. That was one of the first things I said about like the show when I saw your logo. I was like, no shit. Because that's something that, like, you know, I'm into. But yeah, I mean, like, the platform itself, I think has had a detrimental effect upon like just like the how many hours a day people spend wasting watching this dumb shit.
Yeah. I lose time on that. And
Everybody
like,
does.
It's on all of the platforms, some form of it. And
It's making us more in disengaged society in terms of like productivity and like just own personal growth and like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't like social media in general, so I'm kind of a naysayer to begin with. It's probably because I'm an older millennial.
well, right, we've been seeing it coming for a long time, and
Yeah.
it's so stupid. The thing that irks me about a lot of them is like the way they make these clips, and it just makes me mad. Like, I'm like, oh, there's a clip from a show I'd like to watch, and then they fucking put this horrible music on it or do something and have like things, or there's a voice talking over what's happening, like, you know, the guy was riding a motorcycle and then it wrecked, and I'm like, I fucking, like, I hate all these little things. Like, I like Rumble. I like that they're a free speech platform, but I fucking hate watching my show on their fucking platform.
Right.
Because they hit me with, like, 6 fucking commercial breaks. They're all a fucking bearskin hoodie. Fuck a bearskin hoodie, Rumble. I don't fucking want one. If I could buy one and never see that commercial again, I'd buy one. But
When I was shopping for Christmas gifts for the Jew, I kept getting the same fucking thing because I was looking for like fleece-lined hoodies and shit for him. So every time I would be like watching something on a certain platform or whatever, it would be like I would get an advertisement for those fucking it's so horrible.
Yeah, and they
All this,
play the
like,
same ads, and they're all these like the worst fucking
cross-platform
ads.
sharing,
and the fucking
data sharing.
audio on them's either too loud or too soft. It doesn't sync up with what I've been watching. Like, and it's always some voice that's like, you know, the government doesn't want you to have this leg lamppost that the Jew unit has sitting next to them, but there's nothing they can do about it.
Right.
And then I'm like, skip. Like,
We were watching something last night, and this commercial came on about gold. It was like,
yeah, invest in gold.
Invest in gold.
Time's running out.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a bad idea.
We're gonna give you 15 grand. Gold
For like
coins.
$15.
Well, like back in the day, me and the homie were buying weed for like 300 an ounce, and gold was 300 an ounce. And he said we should buy gold every time we buy weed too. And I was like, yeah, but then we'd need twice as much money, and we can't smoke that gold. So
Right.
we would like buy weed. But if we had done that, if we had like,
Oh, you'd be loaded.
bro, that $300 ounce has turned into like $2,800 an ounce or some
Yeah.
shit like that. Like it would have been a good move.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been a real good move. Now I can't afford 2,800, just like I couldn't afford 300 back then.
Right.
So, it is what it is. Things are fucked up. Just
Yeah.
trying to make things, get by. But my Rumble stock went up, so that was cool.
Congrats.
But I don't know if it's going to keep going up or not. But it went up enough that I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to buy any more of this. I might just let this shit ride. Like, it doubled
Cool.
over a couple of weeks. So I don't know if it'll go back down. I figure it will. If it does, I'll buy some more.
I didn't even look. I got a little money in stock. I don't even know what company, what it's doing. I might got $20 in that somewhere.
Well, that's the thing. You go and you put in a stuff, and like you go and look years later, and it's like you've got $1 left in one share.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or there's nothing there. It's just gone.
I've got stock in a couple urban, a couple organic marijuana dispensary farms. And I also have stock in a couple pharmaceutical companies.
Pharmaceutical companies doesn't seem to be like the bad idea with the way pharmaceutical companies do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went in an alcohol. I was in an alcohol company before.
How'd that go?
That was alright, but I don't ever put no money in there. $10, you know what I mean? Like $20 in there. Which is never getting a share or nothing like that, you know?
Right.
Unless it's a real shitty ass establishment. Or it just got started.
Well, with that said, I think we're going to have to bring this episode of the Mason and Friends show to a close.
That's another good episode.
Another good episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. We are, we'd like to thank you so much for listening. We'd like to thank you for watching. We'd like to encourage you to check out old episodes as well as new episodes. Go back and listen to some audio, see what kind of foolishness you can find out.
It's not the method. No, it's still not the method. It's two-hand job.
Oh yeah, two-hand
Job.
job.
Yeah, don't forget it. Like this
And
and that.
Get your life together.
This and that.
God damn, get your life together. It's upside down.
It's like this. It's like that. That's you on there. Are they on their back? Are you like rolling them up? Do they?
Yeah. Well, if you're strong hand, if you know I'm strong, it's my strong hand. So this is gonna be this gonna be finger proper. You know what I mean? Finger proper is gonna be your strong hand. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be this one. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Then the other one's over yonder, down underneath her. You know what I mean? Because you know, booty hole on the bottom of it. You know what I mean?
I don't know, but I got high hopes for you later tonight, babe.
That's right. I'm gonna start doing some finger stretching.
Yeah, you better get it worked out, man.
I'll clip my fingernails if
you put yourself
Nah,
up.
hell no, you better fucking. I'm about to put some duct tape on your shit and keep on fucking around.
You guys have laid out quite a path for yourself this
Duct tape your
evening.
goddamn hands to keep on talking about that fucking
Ladies
fingernail.
and gentlemen, this may be the Chew Boo's last appearance. She's gonna be like, that didn't work out at all. I'm leaving. Everybody's shitting on each other by the end of the day. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please stop. Please stop. We gotta go. I gotta go. Thank you for listening. Check out old episodes. Have a great day. Don't forget, be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick. We love you very much. We wish you nothing but the best. And peace be with you.
Peace.
Peace.